Welcome to the Fox 61 Student News Awards. I'm Fox 61 anchor Annette Montgomery. This afternoon, we are honoring the best stories from the 2025-2026 school year. Please welcome your host for this evening, Fox 61 anchor Tim Lammers.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. How are y'all doing today? Good. Yes. Glad to have you here at Wild Auditorium on the beautiful campus of the University of Hartford for another edition of the Fox 61 Student News Awards ceremony. It is absolutely my pleasure to be here, to be your MC once again, to honor all of the hard work that all of you have put in, to celebrate your accomplishments, and of course to celebrate the growth and evolution of journalism itself. And remember, we're not just celebrating your accomplishments with applause and a plaque here. There's money on the line. Who's ready to win some money today? Yeah, right. I know a lot of you students have worked so hard. Of course, there's hardworking teachers and hardworking parents supporting all of you hardworking students. So to all of you, your family, your friends, and our distinguished guests tonight, welcome. We are glad you are here. We hope you enjoy what's going to be a very exciting night for everybody. The Fox 61 Student News is a nationally recognized, award-winning, innovative business and educational partnership. We created it over 30 years ago. I think maybe about year 32, right around there, Doug? Yeah, it's been a long time. And we created it not just for Connecticut high school students, but for middle school students as well. And in those 30-plus years, over 250 schools have participated. You do that math, right? We only have 169 cities and towns in Connecticut, so we're averaging literally more than one school per municipality in those 30-plus years, and that is wonderful. And with all that time and all that participation, as you can imagine, it's led to quite a few success stories that range from students who have literally stayed in school just so they could continue to be a part of the program, to students who have gone on to great careers in journalism. Some of them have worked with us here at Fox 61. Some have ascended to a national stage and have worked at CNN and MSNBC. Our goal is to give students a voice and a platform to use it so that they can tell their viewers and our viewers about the stories that matter to them. At Connecticut's news station, your involvement and excitement really helps to promote our mission and make an impact in all 169 of those towns and cities. And it's not just today. It's not even just the contest. In September, we held teacher workshops at the University of New Haven and at the University of Hartford right here. And it wasn't long after that we started to get those submissions rolling in. We also hosted a student news boot camp at the University of New Haven, something that I had the pleasure to be a part of for the first time. And that was very heartening for me to see the future of journalism, to see that these are not just students who are working on an assignment, they're really working on a craft. We had very intense discussions, intense is the right word, but nuanced discussions, getting into the weeds of journalism, how to improve their storytelling, their shooting, their shot selection, their story selection, and of course their editing. And that was great to see. So a lot of thank yous need to go around. We'd also like to thank our partners here at the University of Hartford. You're going to hear from one of them in a minute. Also the University of New Haven for their outreach on our behalf to high schools across the state. And these are the fruits of the labors. As of May 4th, students have sent in over 70 stories for nomination. Each Friday, we air them in our newscasts, and we post them to our website, fox61.com. All of them, local stories by local students, including, of course, all of you. Now, as for those stories in the contest, the ones that were submitted were reviewed and judged by a panel of Fox 61 professionals within their respective fields. Each of those stories was judged on its uniqueness, its creativity, its presentation, its engagement, and we narrowed that field of submissions down to 3 finalists in each of 6 different categories, and of course the story that got the highest score from the judges was declared the winner. Please thank me for a second in thanking all of the judges at Fox 61 for their time and efforts on that. Thank you. And none of this would happen tonight without the generous support of our Fox 61 Student News sponsors as well. So first off, I would really like to thank Big Y World Class Markets, our presenting sponsor yet again, just like they've been so many years. Thank them for not just their support, but also the generous award donation and the partnership with Fox 61 Student News over the years. Again, we mentioned there is money on the line today, and Big Y is a big part of that. So we'd like to thank them. We'd also like to thank our other partners, the Connecticut Higher Education Supplemental Loan Authority, which you might know as CHESLA, and the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling with the Connecticut State Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services. So let's have a round of applause for all our sponsors. Okay, before we begin, just a couple X's and O's we got to deal with here. If you do wind up winning one of these awards at the end of the ceremony, there is some paperwork that you do need to complete. There's a sign right out there in the lobby directing you where to go that you'll need to fill out in your packet so you can collect your winnings and your winner's plaque. Also, one more small ask. Please stay until the end of the program if you could, because we'd like to get a photo with all of the winners as one big group. So that would be wonderful. And on behalf of Fox 61, I'd like to thank everybody within the station and our parent company, Tegna, for helping to make this event possible. Also, don't forget, you can download the Fox 61 streaming app right now, so you can go watch this live stream of tonight's event. And, of course, use it to stay up to date with all the news, the weather, the sports, all the latest local news and stories and special features. You can get that anytime, anywhere, on any of your devices. Okay. First speaker I'd like to bring up here is our President and General Manager of Fox 61, Mr. Chris Topp.
Thank you, Tim. I want to welcome you all tonight to either the 32nd, 52nd, or 82nd annual Fox 61 Student News. We had a little bit of a debate about that this morning. I think we did land on 32. Doug hasn't been around for 82 of them, so we know that it wasn't that many. A couple of things about this competition. What we do on a day-to-day basis as far as being journalists is concerned, really an important thing for us, not just for what we represent as a television station, but what we represent as communities, what we represent as a country. It's very important for us to have seasoned journalists. We're getting to a point where it gets harder and harder for us to put out what we need to put out on a daily basis because we have to deal with so much misinformation on a day-to-day basis. We've got to weed through a lot of things to make sure that we're getting the correct information to our audiences. So all of you, I got to tell you right now, everybody that's nominated here today, everybody that's submitted anything, you guys are way more ambitious than I ever was in high school, and I appreciate all of you for all the hard work that you've put in. Now, a couple of things before I finish up here. I just want to let you know, Sean Hannity, Wolf Blitzer, Dana Bash, Jake Tapper, Joe Scarborough, none of them won a Fox 61 Student News Award. Okay? So, everyone that wins here tonight has got something up on someone that's on a national level right now. So you can be very proud of yourselves. By the way, I don't think any of them ever got nominated. So, you know what? You're already ahead of them just by being in the room this evening. I want to thank all the schools that participated, all the administrators that got this along, our crew at Fox 61. I've got to tell you, I think this is the event that we do every year that everybody's the most excited to be a part of. We love doing this one, and we look forward to all the winners. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Topp, thank you so much for that. Next up, I'd like to introduce two people, Terry Wood, our news director, and Eileen Armis, our director of sales at Fox 61. Of course, Terry is responsible for ensuring that our entire newsroom operations are factually correct and run nice and smoothly day in and day out, and there's a lot of news to make sure that happens well for. And also, Eileen, she leads the Fox 61 sales team by maximizing our revenue through sponsorships and through advertising. So please welcome Terry and Eileen to the stage.
Go first just because, we want to get this show on the road here. No, as typical news people, we're always in a hurry, I guess. But, many of you in this newsroom, I know that, that's not in this newsroom. It's going to be a newsroom someday. But many of you here want to be in newsrooms. And so a lot of people I hire a lot of the people, they're asking me about AI and what it means for their jobs in the future, right? How many people in this newsroom, again, I keep saying the newsroom. How many people in this room think about AI a lot? Is there a lot of people? Raise your hands, yeah? The one thing that newsrooms need is journalists, storytellers. And so you don't have to worry about AI really for the job because we need actual people to do the stories and meet people. So don't worry about AI as much. If you really want to do news, you keep doing it, working on your craft and get your reels done and everything. So it's just one of those things that, you know, news is important, telling the stories of the community and doing events like this. So I think that anyone in this room who wants to be a TV journalist down the road, keep aspiring to do that, keep working on your reel and working on your craft, and you never know where it'll take you. So let me know in a couple of years and I'll maybe hire you. Eileen.
There you go. There you go. I want to thank all of the students that entered the stories that we aired, that we didn't air. It's so important to hear your voices. And so we so appreciate that. It's the main crux of this is to get a different view, right, of telling the story, which it's so interesting, and you all did such amazing things, and wait till you see these nominations. You're going to be like, wow, just blown away if you haven't already seen them. So it's really great to have all of you here. Congratulations to all the nominees. It's an exciting time, and I wish you all the best of luck. I want to thank our sponsors, particularly Big Y, who has been with us for many, maybe 30 of their 32 years, I don't even know. They've been with us for a very long time as our overall sponsor, so thank you so much to them, to Chesla, and to the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling. All of these people help support spots that tell you guys about the program and solicit for entries. So it really does help make this really robust and a very competitive competition. As you heard, there were already over 70 entries this year, which is really fantastic from all over the state. So thank you all for participating. Thank you to our sponsors for the support. We really, really appreciate it. It is an exciting initiative and the one that everybody in the station really connects with. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you both for that. Lastly, before we get started with the actual awards, we'd like to thank our host, the University of Hartford, who is going to be represented once again by the co-director of the School of Communication. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Jack Banks.
Thanks for that warm welcome. So the School of Communication and the University of Hartford are pleased to host this year's Fox Student News Award event once again. We are so happy to have students, parents, and teachers from Connecticut schools here with us tonight. Ever since we started this, hosting this event several years ago, I've been a big supporter of the FOX61 Student News program. I have been so impressed with the passion, the dedication, the intelligence of students participating in the program. You call attention to important issues and events in Connecticut in your news stories and public service announcements with sharp writing, engaging video, and insightful interviews. The School of Communication and the University of Hartford wants to support your great work because we know that wherever life takes you, you will be successful in your careers and you will be great leaders in our society addressing the many challenges we face. To show our support and encourage you to come to the University of Hartford, we are pleased to give each of you kitschy gifts on the table out in the lobby. This is my personal favorite. We only have about 20 of those, so, you know, first come, first serve. So, there's that, but for every winner of the Fox Student News Awards and Public Service Announcement Awards, we wanted to let you know that we are offering a $5,000 scholarship to every winner to attend the University of Hartford. That's and we're not cheaping out on you. That's not $5,000 for the group. That's $5,000 for each person who participates in a group project. You get that award if you apply, are accepted, and attend the University of Hartford. It doesn't matter if you're in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th grade. You can put that award and that scholarship opportunity in your back pocket. And if you're interested in the future, just reach out to us. We would love to tell you more about our programs. There are brochures for our programs, along with the kitschy gifts on the table. If you would like to learn more about any of our programs after the awards ceremony, feel free to talk to Lauren Cook, Program Director for our Film and Video Production major. Lauren is in the back there. They just had a fantastic student film festival, just so much creativity. You could also speak with Kristen Comforo. Where is Kristen? Kristen's right over there with that gorgeous green hair. She is the head of our Strategic Communication, Public Relations, and Advertising program. I can also answer any questions you might have about our digital media and journalism program. Now, as much as we would like to offer those scholarships to you in one of our school programs, that scholarship opportunity can be applied to any major in the Hillier College for Arts and Sciences. So we've got all of the classic majors that you might be interested in. If you're interested in that at all, in the back there is our dean, Josie Brown, the dean of the Hillier College of Arts and Sciences. So afterwards, if you're interested, I'd be happy to give you a tour of our TV studio and podcast studio that is across the hall. We've got our TV studio all set up with our fancy lights, so if you want to take a selfie, you can go behind the news desk and take a picture. You know, you might want to. But for now, we want to congratulate all of the award winners, along with everyone who has shown the drive, passion, and ideas to submit important news stories and public service announcements. Good luck to everyone.
That was wonderful. Yes, come for the swag, stay for the scholarships. That would be good. And seriously, go take a look at the podcast studio and the TV studio. My wife, for one, has really gotten me into trying to visualize your success, being able to really picture yourself in the place you want to be. And to actually go to a place like that, to a television studio, will really sort of help concretize that dream in your head if you want to be a journalist. So it can really sort of get those creative juices flowing too. All right, one more thing. If you do win an award tonight, we just ask that you come up stage right over there, and then you will leave over here on stage left. Of course, you will get your awards. Allison here in the red will take your picture. You can hold up your award with her, and then you're invited to come to the lectern here and say a few words as you leave. All right, we are going to start with the best middle school story. This is a $500 award. And it goes, we're not even going to do the finalists, we're just going to tell you, it goes right to the young men and women at Cromwell Middle School for their story. Their story is called A Stage in a Story, and there was a lot of people behind it. You can decide if any of you want to come up and say a few words, but congratulations to Daniel Hudak, William Kane, Brianna Romagiali, Sophia Shields, Elijah Solis, Ariana Tata, and Courtney Vizone. Any of you want to come up and say hi? I see you're looking. Yeah, there we go. Come on up.
Inside the brand new Cromwell Middle School, there is a stage with a story. The Cromwell Middle School auditorium is special to chorus teacher Megan Camilleri. Cromwell Middle School auditorium is dedicated to Miss Camilleri's late father, Michael, who served as chair of Board of Education for many years.
How the Board of Ed decided they wanted to name the auditorium after my dad, and I didn't really know what to think. I was kind of not really surprised, but I was really happy because he loved the arts.
But knowing that his legacy lives on in this space brings us comfort. I'm so proud of my children who continue to honor their father in the creative work that they do every day. Tonight we will be able to have the pleasure of seeing my daughter Megan, Miss Camilleri to many of you, conduct the choirs in the auditorium named after her dad.
Dad loved this motto that's not really translated into English well, but it's Latin and it's noblesse oblige, and it means to have much is to give much to people. He would be proud that I ended up doing what I wanted to do in life. I never have steered away from becoming a music teacher, and I always knew that's what I wanted to do from the time I was in middle school here. And he didn't get to see me graduate college, but I think he always knew that I would end up doing what I love, and I think it's extra special that I ended up working here where he kind of worked too.
Cromwell Middle School, this auditorium isn't just a performance space. It's a reminder of family, community, and the impact one person can leave behind. Cromwell, Connecticut, this is Sophia, Courtney, Brianna, and Ariana
For Fox 61 Student News.
First, we want to thank Fox 61 for allowing students to participate in this real-world experience.
Thank you to Cromwell Public Schools and the Cromwell Middle School Administration for making STEM education such a priority.
Special thank you to Miss Megan Camilleri and the Camilleri family for sharing their story with us.
And finally, thank you to Mr. Kiss for helping us produce this segment.
All right, well done, well done. Okay, so yes, today, again, we're going to be presenting awards in a number of different categories, and we will show those categories on the screen. This year's entries covered a wide range of topics, and by the looks of some of these stories we've seen, especially in years past too, the power and the future of broadcast journalism is looking bright indeed. So with that in mind, I would like to welcome our first presenter for our first category. This is the Best in Student News Feature News Award, and I can't think of a better person and colleague to deliver that than my colleague, a man who has won dozens, literally dozens of New England Emmy Awards for doing just that. Great feature stories. Please welcome to the stage Fox 61's Jim Altman.
I'm a big fan, Lammers. Thank you so much. Right. I like to move around. I don't know. You guys will be able to hear me. I speak for a living. I got to say, I never won Fox 61 Student News Award either. I did win a Big Y gold coin, though, Sam. The parents remember that, right? The kids are like, what's that? It was so cool, but we move on, we evolve. You know, I would just extemporaneously, I do want to say, our news director, Terry, he did touch on this, and he said, AI, we talk about AI now. That's something if we were in this room 5 years ago, I never would have brought it up, but he's right. Yeah, AI is a thing now, right? But the work that you guys are doing, the sweat, the blood, the tears that you put in, the passion that you put in your stories, AI can't do that. The participles, right? Maybe if you get a line, the participles won't dangle on AI, right? Lammers will help us with a line or two. What? The participles won't dangle. Yes. But it's not going to fortify relationships. It's not going to give you the one-to-one engagement. And it's not going to earn the trust of the community. And that's what we do. And that's why you guys are all here. Because somebody in front of the camera and the other side of the camera was talking to you, and they got it. They believed in it, and you were able to portray their story. AI can't do that, and you guys can. So with that in mind, feature stories are a chance to give viewers a deeper understanding of a larger issue. Whether it involves a person or a program, we get a better look at something that goes beyond the headlines. Great feature stories are memorable in their reporting. They're memorable in their photography. They're memorable in their editing. And also, the winners will share a prize of $2,500. That's awesome. So here are the nominees.
Here are your nominees for the Feature Award. Military recognition at high school football game, Killingly High School, Ella Dunn and Samantha Baker.
Local veterans were recognized on the field as the crowd stood in applause.
Army and Gary Wilcox, United States Marines.
As kickoff approached, players from Killingly ran onto the field holding American flags high.
Opportunity Works CT, Manchester High School, Alexandria Joshi Staples, Noelia Diaz, and Jasmine Mashad.
The people, I like all the people here.
For many differently abled adults, the word they are most used to hearing is no. But here in Vernon, Connecticut, at Opportunity Works, yes is the most common word. At this organization, coming to work every day is more than a part of the routine. It's a purpose.
NFA versus New London, 150-year rivalry, Norwich Free Academy, Caroline Godare and Madeline Crosby.
"150 years of the oldest high school football rivalry in the nation. It's not just a game, it's a legacy."
And the winner is Manchester High School. Opportunity Works CT. Come on up, Noelia Diaz, Alexandria Joshi Staples, and Jasmine Michaud. Congratulations, guys.
But I mostly come here for the people.
It is a lot of fun being here and around all these people.
The people, I like all the people here.
For many differently abled adults, the word they are most used to hearing is no. But here in Vernon, Connecticut, at Opportunity Works, yes is the most common word. At this organization, coming to work every day is more than a part of the routine. It's a purpose. Dan Bryan is one of these very individuals who hones into his passion for the arts and sells it to the community.
Growing up, my two brothers and my dad have taught me how to paint and draw. And even since then, I've been doing it a lot. I try to be flexible as much as I can, but normally if I do need assistance, I go to the staff.
At Opportunity Works, adults with special needs are employed in offices, a flower shop, a secondhand store, and even a wood shop. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 75% of adults with disabilities in the U.S. are unemployed. That means 3 in 4 other abled adults don't work outside of the home. Renee Lambert, one of the co-founders of Opportunity Works, has dedicated 35 years towards changing this statistic.
I think that as an agency, we offer some educational and support needs to the individuals so that they can become a greater presence in their community, have a sense of self-worth, and be more community involved.
Here at Opportunity Works Connecticut, employment is more than a paycheck. It comes with a confidence boost, a community to lean on, and most importantly, a sense of belonging, something that many people could use a little bit more of in their day-to-day lives. For Fox 61 Student News, this has been Noelia Diaz reporting.
A big thank you to the people at Opportunity Works, because I'm not gonna lie, we went there like 3 different times for that stand-up, so we were a little annoying, but we got it done. But also another thank you to our teachers, Mr. Larson, Mr. Jones, who are currently sitting across the room from each other. Don't know what happened there. And a final big thank you to Fox 61 for this opportunity. Thank you.
All right, like, you want to talk about a dynasty? Manchester High School has won that award, I think, 5 years in a row now. 5 years in a row. That is fantastic. All right, moving on. And by the way, while I'm getting back to where we need to be, remember, they're not just splitting $2,500. Remember what Dr. Banks said. Each one of them is eligible for a $5,000 scholarship to the University of Hartford. Thank you. Thumbs up for that. That is just great. All right, the next award is the Big Y Locally Grown Award. It is given to the best student news story that reports on local businesses, organizations, and initiatives. And once again, this year's award will be presented by the store director for the Big Y in Middletown. Please welcome to the stage, Sam Chevalier.
This is our pleasure to do this. I think this is our 9th year doing this. This is my 4th or 5th year. So I didn't do too bad the last few years. So here I am again. So Big Y, why do we support the local award? Well, we're local. So we're going on our 90th year. This is 90 years that Big Y has been around. Thank you. That's incredible in and of itself. Because there's a lot of companies that have been bought and sold in those 90 years, and we've survived. We're still family owned. We continue to expand. We've made a very big effort in the last 10 years to expand into Connecticut. We have 2 more opening in eastern Massachusetts. But next year, in April, we're opening another store at West Farms. So in the parking lot of the West Farms Mall, we're opening another one in the spring of 2027. So we're highly dedicated to our local communities. In a world of Instacart and things like that, people don't realize, especially folks your age, don't realize that's not a new concept. People used to get milk delivered at their doorstep many years ago. But the Demores, believe it or not, delivered groceries in their local communities on a bicycle with a basket on the front. So they really started off supporting their local community, and we do that in every single store that we're a part of. And because of that, we've been voted for 7 straight years as the best in state employer in Massachusetts and Connecticut by Forbes. And Newsweek has voted us America's most trustworthy company for 3 years running. So thank you. I get to say that stuff because I don't think Big Y says it enough about themselves. I don't think the family pats themselves on the back enough because they support every community that they're in. People have raised families making a career out of Big Y. And we're very dedicated to the local communities and this local award. And the winners tonight will win $2,000. So let's see the videos.
The nominees for the Big Y Locally Grown Award are Brewing Inclusion, Avon High School, Avery Prochowski.
Right here at Beans & Co. in Avon, coffee isn't the only thing brewing, so are opportunities. Megan says Beans has been a constant in her life.
Healthy Teen Eating, Avon High School, Mia Williams.
Most teens think that eating poorly only affects your looks, but there's more to it. Family physicianist Dr. Bailey tells us the dangers behind it.
Those can range from social problems, like they could be bullied or they could be made fun of.
Malerbra's Farm, Norwich Free Academy, Alice Savitt.
Connecticut has many locally owned small businesses, including a quaint farm on New London Turnpike in Norwich. Malerbra's Farm, which offers fresh veggies and fun times, is a wonderful spot to come across.
And the winner is Alice Savitt.
Connecticut has many locally owned small businesses, including a quaint farm on New London Turnpike in Norwich. Malerbra's Farm, which offers fresh veggies and fun times, is a wonderful spot to come across.
The business started in 1922. It was founded by my great-grandparents who immigrated here from Italy and Sicily, initially landing in New York until they ended up moving here to Norwich and starting the farm.
It's basically, we're open every year for selling plants for customers, and they just love to come here and browse through all these greenhouses. That's about the tradition we have.
And it's people like Clark DeZavid that have fond memories of Malerbra's.
When my sister and I were little, we used to run through the corn maze there.
But what exactly makes Malerbra's a destination worth seeking?
Really located in a city, so you have an opportunity for people that live, they don't have to go out in the country, they can come to our farm and have fresh vegetables every day.
I think people should come and visit because we have really great quality plants and produce for our community. Everything is grown fresh. It's great quality. Our entire team is so passionate about what they do, and so I think people should come and enjoy their favorite plants and veggies.
Malerba's Farm, like most small businesses, contributes to the character of the community and helps support a strong local economy. From Norwich Free Academy, I'm Alice Zavitt reporting for FOX61 Student News. First, I want to thank FOX61 for giving me this opportunity and the award. And I'd like to thank my journalism teachers for always pushing me to be my best, and my classmates who are here with me tonight. Shout out to them. And my parents, obviously, for listening to crazy stories about interviews or B-roll gone wrong or something. And a special shout out to my grandma for driving me to the location. So thank you, everyone.
Oh, I love that excitement. Get yourself a crew like Alice Zavitt. Do it. Woo! All right, moving on. The next award is the Community Events Award, and here to present it is one of the organizers of the FOX61 Student News program. He's also a senior story desk editor for FOX61.com, and if that's not all, he is the co-host of the host, not even co-host. He's got a lot of friends that does it. Of Carpinionated on the FOX61 app. Please welcome Mr. Doug Stewart.
And that's Monday through Thursday on the FOX61 streaming app at 7:30. Got to put the plug in everywhere. I've been a part of the FOX61. I've been a part of the FOX61 Student News program for 30 years. It's one of the best things I do with the station. It means a lot to me. And I want to indulge, if you'll indulge me for a moment, hopefully we can get through this. I want to thank some people at the station. Rachel Burrow, who is always so good at organizing things and sending out things and getting things organized. And a lot of what you see here is her doing. Allison, who does the graphics, the production staff and the engineering staff, who do a great job of putting this on the air. And Christina Bradley, who always steps up with advice and a calming voice when Rachel and I are tearing our hair out, and that's metaphorically in my case. I'll get through this. I want to thank my mom and my sister. They've always been supportive of me. I'm sorry. The Community Events Award is given to Student News Story that best reports on stories that capture citizen priorities, concerns, and perspectives in different issues of importance to many different communities around the state. The winners will share a prize of $2,500. Let's take a look.
Here are the nominees for the Community Events Award. Building Belonging through Unified Sports, Berlin High School, Sophia O'Brien and Jonathan Ortiz.
Here at Berlin High School, students from different backgrounds and abilities can join together to be a part of a team. Unified Sports is able to focus on inclusion, sportsmanship, and school spirit.
Clark & Company opens in Norwich, Norwich Free Academy, Caroline Godair and Madeline Crosby.
An all-women-owned business is run by 3 sisters who have worked tirelessly to make this all happen. One of the sisters, Jenny LaMarche.
It's been kind of a family dream of ours for many years.
Norwich Police Department works with students, Norwich Free Academy, Layla Marsh and Vanessa Sproul.
And do that spin motion. There you go, look at that, look at that.
While many teens are still deciding their futures, students at Norwich Free Academy are stepping into the role of law enforcement with Sergeant Avery Marsh of the Norwich Police Department.
And the winner is Madeline Crosby and Carolyn Godere for Clark and Company opens in Norwich.
Located at 307 Washington Street in Norwich, Connecticut, lies a new eatery and coffee shop in town, offering a full coffee bar, breakfast, lunch, seasonal gifts, flowers, and curated local goods. This establishment is perfect for this local community. An all-women-owned business is run by three sisters who have worked tirelessly to make this all happen. One of the sisters, Jenny LaMarche.
It's been kind of a family dream of ours for many years. My sister is a pastry chef, and my other sister and I just love to cook and host parties, and our family and friends had always said we should open a place, and so it's a dream finally come true.
The shared love of food and hospitality is what shapes the heart of this business. Another sister, Katie Clark, a former pastry chef with more than 20 years in the industry, oversees and leads all back-of-the-house operations.
Norwich, we grew up here. I think there's definitely a need for what we did, especially being right across from the hospital, to create like a refuge for people that are visiting or sick, or just, just something nice and new and fresh in the area.
The third sister has not quit her day job as an elementary school teacher, but having part ownership in the business is worth Amy Benway's time.
We've had a lot of help, to be honest. It's not just us solely, but I think we've had like a lot of creative ideas that we wanted to put forward. So I think if you have that vision and it's like something you've wanted for years, like you can do it. So
after years of planning and creativity, the vision has finally come to life.
From freshly baked pastries to locally roasted coffee, Clark & Co. is bringing something new to the Norwich community. I'm Madeline Crosby in Norwich from Norwich Free Academy for FOX61 Student News.
Thank you so much for this award. Unfortunately, Caroline couldn't make it today because she was winning her conference championships. However, we are both truly honored to be receiving this award. I would like to thank Ms. Spitz for her support, guidance, and all the opportunities she's given us over the past 4 years. And a special thank you to my parents for always encouraging me to pursue my passions and supporting me every step of the way. Thank you.
NFA dominating today. Good to say, all right. That was a great story. I'm hungry now. I have no idea why. 57 cinnamon buns shown over and over. All right, I am that simple. The next award is the Chesla Education Award. It's given to the best student news reports or student news story, I should say, that reports on education in its many, many forms. And here to talk about the award once again, joining us, like she did last year, is Chesla's Senior Program Specialist for Marketing and Outreach. Please welcome to the stage, Shannon Reynolds.
Hello, everybody. So first, I just want to say I think this is my 5th year here. This is the best crowd, so don't tell anybody from the past. And selfishly, I go to Norwich Free Academy all the time for financial predators, so shout out to you. But anywho, so Chesla's been around for over 40 years, and our goal is to basically invest in students and families' futures in Connecticut, right? Our incentive is to encourage finance the cost of higher education. We too also have some gifts at the table if you want to grab them, so I don't have to take them home. Greatly appreciate it. But our goal really is to invest in Connecticut, and there's so many amazing students here through some of these things that reels that we've seen thus far and stories we've seen thus far. You guys are amazing. Keep going. This is just the beginning. And I also want to shout out all of the teachers and the parents, because these students would be nothing without your support. So give yourselves a round of applause. Okay. And without further ado, I won't be in your way anymore. The nominees are.
The nominees for the Chesla Education Award are Student Teaching Killingly High School, Ella Dunn, and Samantha Baker.
He's repeating it a lot, to the point where it almost feels like a cycle. Right.
In many classrooms, knowledge doesn't just come from experienced teachers. Sometimes it comes from someone who is still learning how to teach.
Hartford Knights, Manchester High School, Michaela Hunter, and Anthony Anselmo.
For some student athletes, playing a sport in college is a high priority. From after-school practices to summer clinics, the Hartford Knights keeps young athletes active in order to make future college stars.
Lack of diversity in educators, Manchester High School, Noelia Diaz.
And the basic question is, when did you notice that you were erased?
According to the Connecticut State Department of Education, there are stark demographic differences between students and educators.
All right. And the winner is Noelia Diaz, Manchester High School.
And the basic question is, when did you notice that you were erased?
According to the Connecticut State Department of Education, there are stark demographic differences between students and educators. During this present school year, students of color make up 55% of the student population in Connecticut, while only 12% of educators statewide hail from underrepresented groups. Manchester Public Schools is recognized as one of the most diverse districts in the state, with 75% of students identified as non-white. However, only 21% of teachers in Manchester are educators of color. While this is higher than the state average, Manchester recognizes its need to grow the diversity within its staff.
One of the things that we're fighting against is people are not going into education, and even worse, with males of color are not going into education.
The Department of Human Capital and Talent Development is one of the many departments within Manchester that works to promote diversity in hiring and retention. This effort is not always seamless. During the 2024-2025 school year, the department's goal was to increase educator diversity by 2.5%, but they fell short, only reaching 2%. This department isn't the only branch of Manchester schools with change in mind. The Department of Race and Equity embraces increasing diversity as one of its goals. Dr. Diane Claire Kearney, a recognized advocate, leads the department. She and Nicholas Jones share the same vision, being intentional in recruiting a diverse staff as a key tenet of the hiring process.
I think that has everything to do with leadership, and how you're recruiting and what questions are you asking at the interviews, are they rooted in racial equity?
It's one thing to recruit a diverse staff. It's another mission to retain that talent. This is a charge that Claire Kearney takes to heart.
I wouldn't be mad if we didn't prioritize recruiting. I'd be upset if we didn't prioritize retention, because they'll come and they'll leave. And a lot of times the reason why people leave doesn't necessarily have to do with the operation, with what they're doing. It's how they're showing up and how they're perceived.
This isn't just an incentive that matters to policymakers. It matters to kids too.
Having somebody in the classroom that looks like them, not even just looks like them, but understands them on a deeper level, like their background, gives them the comfortability to confide in that teacher.
Manchester and the state of Connecticut as a whole are working diligently to recruit an inclusive and diverse staff. Through an increase of staff retention, students can look forward to seeing their shared experiences in the faces and voices of their teachers. From Manchester, for FOX61 Student News, this has been Noelia Diaz reporting. Hi again. I just want to start off by thanking, of course, FOX61 for this opportunity once again. And also, again, my teachers, Mr. Larson, Mr. Jones. This, none of this would be happening if it weren't for them. So I'm incredibly grateful for them. But I'm also really thankful for my peers in my broadcast journalism program, because they're the people who really, I think, build my drive and my vision for journalism. So thank you so much.
Another $2,500 bucks? Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Noelia Diaz. Mr. Larson and Mr. Jones, they're steering you right. That is great to see. A great program there. All right. What's that? That's real. You should not have thanked your classmates because now they're going to want to cut to the profits. That's the problem. All right, the next award is called the Not Just a Game Award. We do this every year. It's given to the best student news story that reports on one of the following gambling-related topics, either potential risk factors for developing a problem with gambling, educating the public on the warning signs, or framing problem gambling itself as an addiction. And today, this award is going to be co-presented by two people, Mallory Schultz, the prevention manager with the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling, and Kelly Lepard, the primary prevention services coordinator with the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services. So please welcome Mallory and Kelly.
Hi, everyone. The Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling's mission is to address gambling-related harm through prevention initiatives, community outreach, education programs, advocacy, and by connecting people with resources. Traditionally, gambling is not spoken about in schools in the same way as substance use. We are excited to partner with FOX61 to raise awareness that gambling is not a risk-free activity. We would also like to extend our thank you to the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services for funding this project. Some of you may have passed the Gambling Resource Van on your way in. They also have some swag. So if you haven't had a chance to stop by on your way in, make sure you do so on your way out. The recipient will be receiving a $2,500 scholarship, and here are the nominees.
Here are the nominees for the Not Just a Game Award, sponsored by the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling. Insider Information, The Secrets of Gambling, East Hampton High School, Juliana Corzat.
What starts as a small game that most wouldn't even consider gambling turns into little bets with friends, then it becomes an addiction.
Gambling in Teens, Problems and Solutions, Manchester High School, Aaron Belcher, Ben Stokes, and E.J. Perez.
High schoolers across the country in recent years have often fallen into newer trends. And one of those newer trends is gambling. While the average teen brain is not developed, there's good reason why drug and addiction counselor Nick Cassiano spends much of his time supporting addicted teens that gamble.
Cards and Controllers, Nonawag High School, Flynn Amadio.
Do video games have a connection to gambling?
We definitely see a convergence with gaming and gambling. There is some behaviors in games that mimic gambling.
And the recipient is Aaron Belcher, E.J. Perez, and Ben Stokes, Manchester High School.
High schoolers across the country in recent years have often fallen into newer trends. And one of those newer trends is gambling. While the average teen brain is not developed, there's good reason why drug and addiction counselor Nick Cassiano spends much of his time supporting addicted teens that gamble.
Yeah, so there's been a high trend in recent gambling and sports gambling, as well as other things such as video games and other opening loot packs and opening packs in video games. So the psychology behind gaming, it affects your reward system, which is dopamine. So the dopamine creates that high. So when you have that winning feeling and that high feeling, you want to keep chasing it.
According to studies, 60 to 80% of high school students report gambling, with about 8% becoming addicted. Gambling corporations have contributed to this epidemic. New apps are being created every year in order to make gambling more user-friendly for teens and high schoolers. Even adults have issues controlling their gambling habits, but Mr. James Turini finds ways to responsibly handle his money without major implications.
So I think some healthy habits for gambling is if you're going to gamble, you should only gamble on things that you feel comfortable with or know. You should also have limits. Personally, I feel like $5 or $10 is plenty to gamble on something, but every person, that number's different. So you really need to know your own limits. Gambling companies, they want you addicted. So they know if you want to get someone addicted to something, build the habits when they're young. Start them early, and then you'll have a lifelong user.
If you or anyone you know is struggling with a gambling addiction, call this number or talk to a trusted adult. From Manchester, this has been E.J. Perez reporting.
Thank you to Mr. Jones and Mr. Larson for supporting us and allowing us to make a good news program. And thank you to FOX61 for recognizing all the hard work we put into this story.
Okay, next up. Oh yeah, let them get on in there. So next up, we have the Gambling Awareness Youth Media Project to talk about. If you're not familiar, that's a partnership between CREC, the Capital Region Education Council, and the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services Problem Gambling Services. It's supported by the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling, or the CCPG, and it works with student groups across the state with the idea of educating and raising awareness of the risks that are associated with gambling. Through this project, each group gets funding right off the bat, and they use that to create a 2-minute-long public service announcement on the gambling topic of their choice. And each group then works throughout the entire school year to develop and enhance its message and its video. So as a way to recognize the participating groups' creative and hard work, the creativity, I should say, our partners from the industry are here tonight to recognize what they're calling their top pick project and say a few words. So to begin, we are going to have the Wonder Nation Foxwoods Award. And joining me tonight to introduce that, I'd like to have the Social Responsibility Manager at Wonder Nation. Please welcome Jaden Reels.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Wonder Nation, an entity of the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation, we would like to extend our sincerest gratitude to the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling and the numerous other responsible gaming organizations whose invaluable contributions enhance our communities and foster healthy, informed gaming practices. Wonder Nation is dedicated to creating responsible gaming environments for players, and we are honored to support and acknowledge the next generation of leaders who share this commitment. We are immensely proud of each student who participated in this program. The creativity, passion, and dedication shown by all of you has truly been inspiring. This year's Wonder Nation Award recipient distinguished themselves through their exceptional knowledge of responsible gaming, meaningful impact on their communities, and innovative approach to addressing significant issues. And we would like to congratulate the Wakeman Boys and Girls Club of Southport.
It may seem like just a fun card game. Sure, it may look like kids goofing around, but the truth is, all gambling is gambling. And even the small bets can have big consequences.
Gambling led to even more intense stress in my daily life and caused me to become a different person.
Gambling caused me to self-isolate in order to hide my addiction from my family and friends.
I started gambling because I wanted to grow the money I had. Then I needed more money to gamble with, so I pawned off my mom's jewelry. Now my relationship with her is ruined and I'm in major debt.
Why can't I stop my gambling addiction? I'm maxed out on credit, yet find myself betting with the money I have left.
Gambling is everywhere, especially online. Before you gamble, know the risks.
Good evening. Thank you to FOX61 Student News for this honor and award. I am grateful to receive this award on behalf of the Southport Wakeman Boys and Girls Club. Through this video, we learned about gambling and the effects that can have on teens. Awareness of gambling issues is important so teens can make informed choices. I personally learned that majority of gambling in teens is caused by peer pressure and wanting to fit in. Creating this video was an eye-opening experience to learn about the effect of gambling can have on teens and how devastating it can be for their mental health. Thank you to Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods Casino for promoting awareness about this issue, and my Keystone leader, Kareen Ahmad.
Okay, keeping the good times going. Next, we have 3 representatives from Mohegan Sun who are with us today. So please welcome to the stage the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion with Mohegan Sun, Mr. Derek Williams, the Director of Corporate Compliance, Tracy Wilson, and Human Resources Trainer, John Patsfield. Please welcome them.
Hello, everyone. Dr. Banks, I'm asking for a friend. Is the award for being a two-time winner $10,000? Just asking. Trying to look out for you. That's for you, Miss Diaz. I'm trying to look out for you. Asking for a friend. Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Speaking of friends, I'm with two friends today, right? Okay, all right. Thanks. Wakeman, congratulations. We enjoyed your video presentation as well, and that's my impression of how you guys do your thing. You see the impact it has, right? She was like, yeah, the same thing with us. We were like, oh serious right there. But again, we were honored to be here today to share with you. We loved all of the videos. We sat and we talked about it and deliberated and just said, what was the most impactful video? And we spent quite a bit of time doing that. Before we get into that, I want to bring up Tracy. She's our Director of Corporate Compliance. She keeps John and me in check. So she has a few words about what we do and what our commitment to responsible gambling is all about at Mohegan Sun.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an honor to be here tonight. The talent in this room is remarkable, and I really wanted to just sort of put a highlight on the fact that responsible gambling, I mean, the videos that we saw were spectacular, and the commitment that Mohegan Sun has on responsible gambling across the board is bar none. We are committed to safer play for our guests, contrary to perhaps an interview that may have gone on stage that won tonight. No, the casinos aren't interested in making an addiction, because that would be a profit loss proposition for us to be able to provide the guests with an entertaining experience. And really that's the goal, is making it a fun, safe place to play and to create an experience for guests to continue to come back and to enjoy that time. So it's incredibly important to us that you're shining that spotlight on responsible gambling at such an early age, so that it makes the conversation so much easier when people get older and they advance in their gaming, and we can have that conversation, and it's a normal, natural conversation because you're already talking about it. You're already talking about the responsibilities that one has on setting limits and understanding how to play the game and knowing when to say when and walk away. So thank you so much for doing that, and I'm going to pass this off to John to. Oh, you're going to do it.
I just want to say it's an honor for us, as Tracy mentioned. We work closely with the CCPG to provide resources for our guests as well as our team members. We work closely. They come in and do presentations to our team. They come in and check us and confirm that we're doing the right thing. We don't care when they come, because we're always doing the right thing. We're always committed to, if a guest has a problem and they come to one of us, we're going to be able to provide them with information that they need to get that help and those resources that we have available. So we're honored to do that. Also, I want to introduce our trainer extraordinaire at this time. He really works with our team members, those new hires who come in through orientation. He has a passion for guest service and for a commitment to responsible gambling. So our human resources trainer, John Patsfield.
First of all, very nice of you. Second of all, I'm a little thrown off. I was told that Derek was only going to be communicating tonight through small but intense interpretive dances. So I just wasn't really expecting all of that. I want to take a moment to talk about something that I haven't really heard talked about tonight. There's a lot of people in this room that probably identify with the word parent, right? And there's a lot of you in here that aren't yet, right? And that's okay. But as a parent, I'm watching like amazing young people. I'm watching passionate young people who care about speaking up and speaking to their community and speaking for their community and speaking for people that don't have a voice. And as a dad, I'm a dad. I just want you to know I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you and every one of us in here that's a parent. We're incredibly proud of each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see the future that you all create for us. You know, with that in mind, I'll. We would. You know, we want to congratulate a group of people, and it was a group. It was a team. It was a council, you might say, of youths who took a lot of steps to do the right thing and to make something powerful. So we'd like to recognize and reward the Steps Youth Council of Southington.
Yo, Macy, you excited for Super Bowl Sunday?
Yo, I'm hype. You put your bet in yet?
No, I don't do that. I didn't know you were betting.
Yeah, it makes the game a lot more exciting. Oh man, that was crazy. Dude, you don't get it. I had $200 riding on that one pass.
You're coming to my birthday party, right? Macy? Macy? My birthday party?
Oh, you know I can't. Things are getting serious. I have a lot of money riding on these Elite 8 games. I'm gonna have to pass.
I'll get in contact with the school's counseling office. Maybe they can help us. You can call the Problem Gambling Helpline, or you can contact Steps. That sounds good.
That's $5,000. Congratulations.
Good evening. On behalf of STEPS, just want to thank FOX61 Student News, of course, and to our partners in this work, the DEMIS, CCPG. I'm drawing blanks right now. However, because I just found out 2 minutes ago I was going to be up here, but that's okay. And shameless plug for any youth worker, youth service provider in the room, educator working with middle and high school students. If you too would like to apply for the opportunity to work with us and work with your students to produce your very own PSA, grant applications go out in mid of August. You can come see me. I'll get your email and I can send you the application to apply. Very, very great big thank you to our partners in this field, Mohegan Sun, for this opportunity.
And we get to hear from the winners themselves. Here is a short acceptance video from Steps Youth Council of Southington.
Hi, I'm Jackie.
I'm Madeline.
I'm Drew.
And I'm Katie, and we're from the Southington Steps Youth Council.
We wish we could come in person tonight, but unfortunately we have a school obligation.
We want to thank Mohegan Sun for recognizing our project.
We're proud to help raise awareness about the risks of sports betting among young people.
And we appreciate the steps you take to promote responsible gaming and help keep youth safe.
Thank you.
By the way, John, you made a joke about interpretive dance. You weren't here last year. He broke out into song. He was singing up here on the stage. Yeah. Which you are not going to hear me do. Come from a whole family of singers, and I cannot. All right, the next award is the FOX61 Best in Student News Award for Hard News. It's given to the best student news story about current and timely events, and it is absolutely my privilege to present this award. I've been at FOX61 for 24 years, and when I started, thank you. The station has been very, very good to me, and I started there behind the scenes covering sports. I was younger, obviously, almost half my age, and to be honest, was not quite as aware as I needed to be of how important news is, how important all the things going around me as I was burgeoning into adult are. And over the years, as I've transitioned from covering sports over to covering news, it's become very, very clear to me that what's happening out there in the world is going to affect you whether you pay attention to it or not. So it helps to know what's going on, to know really what's going on, and that is where a news operation really shines. And that's why hard news is the foundation of what we do at Fox 61, whether it's storm damage. We just had the 15th anniversary of a terrible tornado in Springfield that we remember covering. We were up there trying to get people help. There's, of course, unfortunately, a lot of crime, a lot of politics to cover, but these are things that have to be covered. These are stories that have to be told, and facts that have to be presented, and lies that have to be debunked. And that's when a news operation really, really shines. And that's something I've come to appreciate in my 24 years, because I'm really proud of the work that we do here at Fox 61 when a big story breaks. And it has been very gratifying to see the great diversity of stories that we've just seen tonight, and not just the winners, but all the nominees as well. So thank you, before we end here, for all the stories you've sent our way this year. Okay, the winners of the Hard News Award, again, will share the prize of $2,500 from us and all of our sponsors, and then, of course, those $5,000 scholarships waiting for you if you want to go to the University of Hartford. Thank you, Doctor. Let's take a look at the nominees.
The nominees in the hard news category are Connecticut Students Build Beyond Borders, Jonathan Law High School, Cora Aikenhead.
For many students, school vacation means scrolling, sleeping in, or a luxury getaway. But for a group of Connecticut volunteers, a break from school looks very different. Their goal isn't sightseeing, it's service.
Educators Rising, Manchester High School, Anthony Anselmo.
Educators Rising, a youth-led organization, is making moves across Connecticut. Ed Rising is committed to growing a new generation of teachers across the state.
Rand Whitney Container Board brings a new life to sustainability, Norwich Free Academy, Caroline Godair, and Madeline Crosby.
Opening in 1995, Rand Whitney Container Board, located in Montville, Connecticut, was a pioneer in manufacturing 100% post-consumer waste.
Old bits of cardboard.
This is our last award of the evening. The winner is Cora Aikenhead from Jonathan Law High School for Connecticut Students Build Beyond Borders. Come on down.
For many students, school vacation means scrolling, sleeping in, or a luxury getaway. But for a group of Connecticut volunteers, a break from school looks very different. Their goal isn't sightseeing, it's service. Based out of Norwalk, Builders Beyond Borders is a nonprofit organization sending students to Latin America to build schools, homes, and infrastructure while fostering cultural exchange. For B3's executive director, Amy Riggio, it's all about empowering students on their mission to build a better world.
So our program basically is based on community service, locally and globally, and then also about leadership. So our students have an opportunity to travel to 4 different Latin American countries throughout their high school career, after first doing local community service in Fairfield County.
This year, students headed to Guatemala to construct 3 classrooms in Antigua Guayaquil and an early education center in Bologna. Partnering with Indigenous Mind communities, they're providing local children with safe new spaces to learn. Student advisor, Ari Frimmer, appreciates both the service they provide and the perspective gained in return.
For me personally, I think B3 has taught me the importance of service. I think people live often for returns, and when you come to a place like this and you're doing this work, it just feels good to give. And I think that is important for every kid to learn.
Beyond the worksite, students experience Guatemala in ways most won't in a lifetime, seeing volcanoes erupt, making chocolate, and participating in the students' favorites, community sports, and dancing with the locals. Director of the Guatemala Experience Network, Julio Bernard, is grateful for the opportunities these students are creating in local communities.
Yes, it is the quality of education that the kids will receive, but it is bigger than that. It has an impact on the kids, on the community and their families, but in the country as a whole.
B3 also requires a fully unplugged experience. As students leave their phones behind, they offer themselves to be immersed in the culture, bringing not just hands ready to work, but attitudes ready to enjoy it.
B3 students aren't just building structures, they're building a better world. From Jonathan Law High School in Milford, I'm Cora Aikenhead reporting for FOX61 Student News.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to thank FOX61 News for giving probably the most authentic journalism experience that we'll get to have in high school. And it's definitely helped encourage my passion. And I'm actually doing a summer program this summer about multimedia journalism, which is definitely fueled by this. Thanks. Next, just Amy Riggio, who you saw up there, our board of directors. She just fuels this every year, bringing an experience to students that not only impacts the communities, but more so the students who actually go on it. And as somebody who's gone on these trips the past 2 years, and it's just the most incredible and life-changing week of your life, it's so special to be able to share that with so many new people. And the kids that go on these trips, they're just the best group of kids you'll ever see, and to know that they get to make that change, and now that that's spread to all of you is amazing. And then thanks to my parents for funding me going on that, because it's not cheap, but I can help them out now. And then lastly, to my journalism teacher and the best tennis coach in CT, Chris Kolenich. Thank you so much for just empowering my passion for journalism, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
That is great. That's a long drive up from Milford and a lot of gas, so I'm glad it was worth it. Congratulations. All right, well, every year we see these students working harder and producing better stories. And I know, obviously, a lot of the times Manchester High School, Norwich Free Academy is up here winning, but the competition is getting tougher. We want to see more of it. More news is good news. So we hope you tell your friends in other towns about our program, because we'd love to have them participate. Now, once again, a reminder to all of you who have won, we'd like to invite you all up here now at the end so you can come up and have a group photo taken with all the winners. And then after that photo, please don't forget to go to the registration table in the back just to fill out some forms in your packet and collect your check and your winner's plaque. So on behalf of all of us here at FOX61, if there's ever anything we can all do to help you, please reach out. Thank you for coming. Once again, congratulations not just to all the winners, but to all the nominees as well. This has been a great time. I'm Tim Lammers. Drive safely. Have a great one, everybody.